Gloucestershire's Chris Dent batted right through the final day of the LV County Championship match in Northampton to ensure that the opening game of the season ended in a rather tame draw. Dent had already seen out 15 overs by the start of the final day, which saw Gloucestershire resume on 35 without loss. They'd been set 454 to win, but that was never a realistic target, and so the last day became all about survival. On a pitch which offered little to the home attack, that never really became a problem either, once that Dent and his opening partner Will Tavare settled into their task. They were to stay together for all but 10 minutes of the morning, and in doing so sent this match heading towards a stalemate on a warm day which was ideal for batting in. Both openers made it to a 50 before lunch was taken. Dent was there first, his coming off 109 balls as he struck successive fours off Rory Kleinfeldt to take his boundary count to 9. The century opening stand was also in the bag now. Tavare was raising his bat in the next over, making it to his half-century off 97 deliveries, from which he'd found the fence on 7 occasions. These two batsmen, with a combined age of 49, should ensure that their county remains strong at the top of the order for some years to come. Here they put on 137 runs together in 42 overs, runs made with very few concerns, against an attack which didn't offer too much potency on this surface. But 10 minutes prior to lunch, Northamptonshire were given some hope, as Tavare on 66 surprisingly lost his middle stump to Azarella. Northamptonshire needed more moments of inspiration like that after the interval, but their bowling unit instead became the latest one to find Gareth Roderick a very handy player indeed. He's a young man who's broken all sorts of records at club level and would have turned more heads than he has done in the last 2 years had it not been for injuries. An excellent keeper, he's also pleasing to watch with a bat in his hands, as these strokes testify. This may have been the best of them, a glorious cover drive which took Roderick to his second 50 of this match, this one occupying 89 balls, that being his 7th 4. The 23-year-old South African-born keeper has a very bright future ahead of him, if he continues to develop as he has done. He will have been disappointed that he got out for the second time in the match soon after taking in the applause. Missing out on a pull gave Rob Keogh just the 6th wicket of his first-class career. Roderick was out for 52, leaving Dent still there, closing in on his 5th hour at the crease. He was eyeing up 100 before the captain shook hands on what had for a long time been an inevitable draw. The ton was surely just a matter of time, as Dent maintained both his concentration and his timing. His 6th first-class 100 duly arrived as he sprinted through for the single he needed. There may just have been a moment of concern halfway down, but he made it in the end before running out of picture to raise his bat, having batted for 265 balls, which had brought him 16 fours. Moments later, having just taken his knock past 6 hours, the game was over, with handshakes all round, Dent completing a very fine day's work. He finished on 104, Peter Hanscom surviving with him for the last 75 minutes in making 25, as Gloucestershire ended on 267, having lost only 2 wickets in 95 overs. They took 10 points to Northamptonshire's 11.